Jericho Poppler has always lived and worked close to the sea.
Oh, I've been drawing all my life. My bedroom overlooks the ocean, and I'd sit up there, and there'd be all these bodies laying in the sand with colorful swimsuits, and I just draw the people on the beach. I like people. I like crowds of people and bodies. I really enjoy it. I meet so many people that I really adore, but their lifestyles are so different from mine. I grew up in the theater. I've danced since I was a little girl. I dance from 2 to 4 hours a day. I'll always dance, all my life.
Jericho is an artist and a dancer. But what makes her unique is that she's one of the top 3 women surfers in the world. A 15-year veteran, she holds many national and international titles and is currently the California Women's Pro Champion.
There has to be a lot of style and rhythm in surfing. You have to kind of flow with the waves in the ocean. And when I'm on a wave, I think of dance and I think of movement, and you try to mesh that together with the waves movement. And so my style resembles my dancing. When I run into people, they say, "You surf?" Because I don't have long blonde hair, and I'm not, I'm not your typical looking beach bunny. I started surfing about 15 years ago, right out in front of my house. There was all these guys out in the water, and they really thought, wow, the chicks out here, and they really didn't like it. They didn't like it at all. And they all came up to me, and then they said, listen, girls shouldn't surf, and they really hurt my feelings. And I just thought that day, gosh, I'm going to pass you guys so far, so far.
When she started out, she would wake up in the morning about 5, walk down and surf until about 7:30, come home, get ready for school, go to school. When she came home, again she was out surfing until she came home about 6:30 at night. After she did her homework, it was to bed. So she was in bed very early at night, not too much fun.
Yeah, I remember when she used to come down from Pasadena with her little white bathing suit on and go surfing, and everybody would laugh at her. But now look at her 20 years later, and there's quite a difference.
And I see those guys around town that I started surfing with, and they all laugh and shake their head.
The men are getting jealous nowadays because the women are progressing so much. And they're going for just as big waves, and they're keeping right up with all the men.
I think I do get jealous when I see a girl who's better than I am, particularly when she's a lot better than anybody else.
I don't know if there's any big difference between men and women surfing other than women look better.
Not very many women ride big waves. When I say big waves, I'm talking about 10 feet and over. That's big. So you really have to know what you're doing in order for you not to wipe out and drown or get thrown on a reef. All of us, we had this girlfriend from, originally from Florida. She was a big wave rider, and last spring, she was out and the waves just kept building one afternoon, and she was trying to come in, and she was a very competent athlete, and she didn't make it in. It was a very eerie, sad thing.
Last spring in Hawaii at the Women's Hang 10 contest, Jericho wiped out herself in a wave well over 15 feet.
Usually when I wipe out and I'm underwater, I get into a spread eagle and I open my eyes. And I just let my body go. It feels like you're in space, but your body will come up. It's just that you hope that you have enough air to make it up.
Even after such a wipeout, she managed to place second in the contest.
One of the biggest rushes you can get in the world, riding a big wave. You really have to get down and grit your teeth to hang in there. I get a high off of danger. Surfing is definitely a different lifestyle. We live for the wave conditions, and if the waves are good 500 miles away, we're all there the next day. The way I live is kind of like a gypsy. I travel at least 7 months out of the year. I've surfed on just about every continent in the world. Being on pro surf tour is like being on a rock tour. You've got everything you want. you know, you've got guy groupies. It's just like you're a star or something. You've got all these available men for entertainment, I guess. Oh, it's hard for me to say this. A lot of the women, it's their first time on the road and they can't handle being away from home. A lot of the girls are married, they have kids, and they get into drinking a lot or taking dope, and they get lost. They get lost in the scene instead of concentrating on what they're really there for. I've survived it because I wanted it. I wanted the whole experience. My parents have been behind me all the way. Whatever I've wanted to do, they've been right there.
I'm so proud of her, yes, because she's done this all on her own. I have 4 boys and 1 girl, and it's just fun when she's around, and she's an exciting person, too. She's fun to be around.
I asked Jericho if she considers retiring from surfing while still the champ.
I'll surf for the rest of my life. I mean, there's ladies out there that are in their 60s. But competitively, well, I feel like I've got a couple more years, as long as I'm still on top and in the finals. But I'll continue surfing and, you know, dancing. I'll dance the rest of my life. I'll do all the things that I do the rest of my life. I mean, I hope I'm able to do this.
Every surfer has their vision of the perfect wave.
The perfect wave would be smooth, like fresh powder skiing, and a nice tube that maybe hits a reef and pops over the reef, and it gets in slow motion. And your ideal when you're riding a wave is to flow with it and get under that tube and watch the water go over your head and come out of it.
She knows the things that I can just suppose. And the time I spend in sorrow will match the time she laughs. And the songs I sing cannot explain the past.